Hey there YouTube. So this is just a quick update on what exactly is going on right now. So as you guys saw on Monday, I put up the video for Grassman. That's just a quick tutorial on how to create a Pac-Man clone. And one of the questions I got after putting that up was, how do you do the power-ups? How do you turn the guys vulnerable when you get some kind of power-up and let you eat them and stuff? And the way that I would handle that is I would go through, and when you're doing this, set up the game so that there is basically a trigger within all of the enemies that when a certain item is collected will turn them vulnerable and change how the collisions happen. So basically what you'd want to do is you would want to check first off when a power-up is gotten. Once you have the power-up, then you want to go through and set all of the enemies to look differently and change their behavior. This can be a simple toggle that just says, move slower or something like that and change direction. Once that toggle is done, then what you want to do as well is you want to change a variable within the main character, something that lets him designate, like, okay, I can eat this guy now or something. Or you could even just keep that in the enemies to do that with the toggle. And now on every step through the enemy collisions, you would just check for this toggle and go through and eat them based on that and add to the score and then reset their positions in whatever way you choose. It's a pretty simple fix. I'm not going to go over it unless there's a huge request on something like that, on like making different power-ups and creating a power-up system. So if you're interested in that, again, feel free to suggest it. I'll take a look into it. But that's the basic way I would go through it. So basically, when you collect the power-up, toggle all of the enemies into a vulnerable state, and when checking for collisions between enemies, update it to check for that vulnerableness, and if they're vulnerable, then you eat them, increment the score, change their positions. If they're not vulnerable, then you just continue on and do damage to the player, kill the player, whatever you have decided. So that's a basic way to go through and do that. So on top of that, I wanted to go over today, and I was originally going to show some stuff with the Google Project Tango tablet that I have here. This is a prototype device from Google, and I'm not quite ready to show what I have going for it. I'm hoping next week will be a little bit better with that. So for right now, I can't really show a whole lot with it, but in the upcoming future, I would expect to see some neat stuff with that. Again, there's a previous video I did on that briefly, but I've got some newer stuff I want to show as well. So unfortunately today there's not a whole lot that's ready to show on that, so I'm not going to show anything cool today. I apologize for that. Been a bit busy recently. But that said, I have been going through and finishing up the video for Friday, and I'm pleased to announce that this Friday we're going to go over pathfinding stuff. This is really useful, obviously, from a game design perspective on how you can go through and let your AIs and your enemy players and stuff that are not, actual players, your CPUs, you will, be able to go through and navigate through things like mazes and stuff intelligently. How do you get them to solve the puzzle and go from point A to point B and so on and so forth? And I have a lot I want to discuss on that. I'm definitely going to be coding one of the algorithms on Friday, but I might do a second one the next Friday. So we'll get ready for that. That'll be pretty cool. Again, that'll be in all 6 programming languages, so if you have specific code for Unity or the Unreal Engine, you can just take it from there and go ahead and implement it in your game. So it's pretty simple to use. But that's going to be the big Friday video. And don't forget, again, if you have other questions or things you'd like to see on next Monday's tutorial video, feel free to suggest them. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. I hope you guys enjoy all the new content that's coming up, and I'll see you guys next time.